Mr. Chair, I do find that it is important that we are being fully transparent of what this bill does. Just to be very clear, Section G, in essence, bans nearly all semi-automatic rifles and shotguns. Perhaps this is when I conclude my remarks, I would like the experts we have here to provide, I would assume they have it, I would hope they have it, the extensive list of all firearms in Canada that this would fall under this definition G. So again, just to be clear, any center-fire semi-automatic long gun that has a detachable magazine would be capable of receiving a magazine with a capacity of 5 or more cartridges. So the way that it's worded seems to be that, only if it fits a magazine that has more than 5 cartridges in it, or bullets, or what have you, cartridges. But the fact is, if you can fit a magazine in that has 4, that could fit 4, it could also fit 6, 7, 8. Like, it's the slot for the magazine. So there may be some semi-automatic rifles and shotguns that are not included in this. But just to be very, very clear, the Liberal government with this amendment is moving to ban almost all semi-automatic shotguns and rifles. So we're talking bird hunters. Bird hunters use semi-automatic shotguns, Mr. Chair. So the Liberal government for 7 years has been saying, no, we respect hunters. We would never come after their firearms. It's not about that. It's about safety of our communities. But with this amendment, there will be well over 1 million, likely more, semi-automatic, perfectly reasonable standard hunting guns that are banned like this. That is what we're debating today. And my colleague, Mr. Lloyd, mentioned the massive financial impact for this. I assume the Liberal government is going to provide, if this passes, the dignity to hunters in rural Quebec, in the Maritimes, in rural Manitoba, in our urban cities, in northern BC, etc. We'll be providing them some dignity and paying them for them. We know that this also impacts the OIC. And this has financial implications in that regard, but you've ruled that it's fine, even though there likely will be massive financial implications, possibly in the billions of dollars, because of G and the rest of this amendment. I am quite shocked, and I am shocked that it is in the scope of C-21 even without the financial implications. C-21 was sold to the public as a ban, sort of a long-term, slow-burn ban, a handgun freeze, so to speak. It also talked about red flags, airsoft. It said nothing about an all-out war on hunters in Canada, which is what this is, Mr. Chair. If you get a group of 10 hunters together, it's likely 40% or half of the firearms they use are semi-automatic shotguns or rifles. Those are very standard hunting tools. Farmers as well, particularly farmers that have issues with wild boars in their communities. We're seeing this increasingly in southern Saskatchewan and Alberta, and they're coming in from the United States. They're extremely dangerous to livestock, to human beings, to dogs. If you are a farmer with this invasive species on your land, wild boars coming in from the United States, you're going to hope that you're going to have a semi-automatic rifle or shotgun as a tool to protect yourself, your livestock, and the other animals you have on your farm. So there was no testimony about this whatsoever. It will impact hundreds of thousands of hunters, Mr. Chair, and farmers who use these as completely legitimate tools. It was not discussed at all or debated. Nothing in here is about an attack on hunters, and yet here we are, Section G. Every promise that's ever been made by the Liberal government that is not going after hunters is thrown out the window completely and utterly. And there was not a single witness we were able to ask about the impact of this, whether it's on safety or whether it's on the impact of our firearm hunting community. This is no longer about sport shooters and their handguns. This is about hunters and farmers who use semi-automatic shotguns to go geese hunting. So I was quite shocked, and we had to do a considerable amount of research in the last few days to understand if we were really seeing this correctly. And I never thought we would. I wanted to believe the Liberal government when they said that they weren't going to attack hunters and farmers and the tools they use, and to say nothing of the Indigenous community who often use semi-automatic rifles to hunt. It's very, very popular, in fact, in the Indigenous community. We had them here. We were not able to consult them on this. So I have a lot to say on this. I just wanted to introduce this off the bat, but I would just to say, Mr. Chair, I was quite shocked that the Liberal government is looking to really attack our hunting community in Canada. I find it very personally insulting, personally an attack on the people I grew up with that are law-abiding citizens who use these as perfectly legitimate tools, who've passed them down for generations. That now, if this passes, those will be illegal. And we didn't even have the chance to invite witnesses, to debate this properly. And it's nothing to do with handguns, nothing to do with the handgun freeze. This is an attack on hunters, Mr. Chair, and I'm deeply concerned about it. Thank you.